Running a dance studio is a lot like running a fine dining restaurant. Let's talk about why. Have you ever had that experience when you're in a restaurant and it doesn't matter what you need or when you need it, your server is there with it. You know, you drop a fork, you dirty your napkin, your water glass is empty. Your bread, you eat all the, if you're like me, you eat all the bread out of the bread basket and you need more bread, right? And as soon as that happens, it's like you haven't even taken that last roll out of the basket and they're clearing the empty one and putting down the new one. You finish your drink and the glass barely touches the table and he's refilling your water glass. You're just like, whoa, amazing service. And it's seamless. And it's designed to allow you, the diner, to enjoy the atmosphere, to enjoy your company, to enjoy the meal. And that's how they build these fine dining establishments. Well, turns out that when it comes to the sales and marketing, like why people buy or don't buy, it's exactly the same. So my name is Bryce Conlon. I'm one of the founders here at Dance Motion Marketing. And over the last week, my business partner and I have been doing a deep dive into understanding the barriers that prevent parents or dancers themselves from signing up and saying yes to your offer. After all, if they're a parent and they've clicked on your ad or they're clicked on your social content and they've made their way through to your website or your landing page, why isn't that they aren't buying? And the number one reason is actually a lot like that fine dining restaurant. Imagine the opposite now, and you've probably had this experience too, where you're at a restaurant and you constantly have to ask for everything you need. And when you do ask, it takes 5 minutes to get a response. You know, your food's late. It comes out cold. You send it back. It's gone for 20 minutes. Your water's consistently empty. Do you go back there? Probably not. But just like that, it's the same experience when you're buying from a dance studio. The process needs to be seamless. So picture this, a parent, busy parent, they're in line at Starbucks. They see an ad. They see a post on social. They click on it. They raise their hand. They give you their name and their email. And they're like, I am interested in doing this now with my kid. Let's do this. Let's do this now. And then it takes you a day to get back to them. But what's going to happen? Well, that's not white glove service. They're gone. Similarly, if they find their way to your website by a word of mouth referral, through an ad, through a piece of content, doesn't matter how they get there. If they get there and your website is cluttered, messy, looks outdated, is difficult to find what they're looking for, it's difficult to say yes. I was on a website yesterday. I wanted to call the studio. And I couldn't. They didn't have a phone number available. It was only a contact form. Well, I ended up enrolling my daughter in a different dance program. So here's the point. You've got to make your entire process seamless. Quick responses when people are interested, and easy for them to find the content that they're looking for on their own if you want to win. And this goes back to a psychological principle. And the research well backs this up. If it's easy, then we believe that it's right. And so your parents, just like you or I, and by the way, this is how we all buy, is if we're talking with someone and it feels like the process is easy, it's buttoned up. All I have to do is say yes. We believe emotionally that this is the correct path. Same goes for your dance parents. Same goes for your dancers. So that's it for today. Hopefully that's helpful. Really, really excited to see what you do with it. If you have further questions, drop them below. I'm happy to answer. If we need to make this a topic for our Wednesday weekly call, we can do that as well. But until then, streamline your process. Chat soon.